program, Ben? Well, right now, the vast majority of humans who have been in space got there in a shuttle. Whether they'll go tomorrow depends on the weather, with only about a 30% chance of a launch. But if that launch goes off anytime this weekend, a 16-year-old from Rougemont will be there with the best seat in the house. NASA invited him to the VIP viewing platform after finding a three-foot-long piece of American space history right on the ground in front of him. Some people become space nuts because they grew up watching America shoot for the moon.
My husband and I both grew up in the time of the Apollo missions.
Kevin Schanze became a space nut 6 years ago when space literally washed up onto his street.
Yeah, we're at our beach house in Bath, and I saw this piece of sheet metal, and I turn it over and I see the Apollo 16 logo on it.
We were all just like stunned. It's just the coolest thing ever that could happen to an 11-year-old.
Years later, NASA sent them a letter and told them, yep, that is a piece of Apollo 16. The mission that landed on the Descartes Plateau 39 years ago. So here's what we've pieced together. 1972, this rocket goes up. Before it gets into space, this first stage, it breaks off, lands in the Atlantic Ocean, then drifts about 1,000 miles north of the Atlantic Ocean, takes a little bit of a left in an inlet somewhere around the Pamlico Sound, then goes about 50 miles to the mouth of the Pamlico Sound. A hurricane comes in and washes a bit of it up onto a peninsula and near where Kevin lives. What are the odds of that?
Test director at NASA, he said it was about a 1 in a million chance that we found a piece. I pretty much knew it might be important.
How important? Well, NASA wanted it back.
They did. We got the email that said, are you going to send it or do we have to come and get it?
Did you guys ever consider just keeping it and to see what the government would do, like how they would respond?
Well, that's what I wanted to do.
I thought it was men in black coats on my front porch and I didn't want that, so we sent it in.
As a thank you, last week they brought Kevin and his family for an all-access tour underneath the tiles of the newly retired Endeavour, to the top of the Atlantis launch pad, into the Atlantis cockpit.
He has experienced something that a handful of people have gotten to experience.
And the experience continues. They invited Kevin back this weekend. He'll be on the VIP deck for the final flight of the Space Shuttle program, if weather cooperates.
Wes, give us a good forecast for Friday, please.
No pressure. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I just took a look over my shoulder at the radar, and it's not looking too great.
So you know all this rain that we've been getting, all this instability, all this extra humidity. Well, remember, they're a little closer to the ocean than we are, so they have. Here's the radar that Penn was just looking at.
Boy.
So Cape Canaveral, as we all know, east of Orlando, Disney World, all that, on the east coast of Florida. So yeah, they got a few showers now. Of course, tomorrow is when the shuttle is supposed to launch. So let's switch over to forecast mode here, and we'll kind of put this into motion. Keep an eye on the clock in the top left part of your screen, and we'll advance it. So we're starting about 8 a.m. tomorrow. And at 8 a.m., they're going to have some thunderstorms around. Here we are at 11. Shuttle's supposed to go to 11:26. There's still some thunderstorms around the Cape. And remember, they need quite a big radius because, if they take off and they run into some thunderstorms, that's bad. If they take off, they got to come back. They got to have clear. So they have pretty high standards. It's not like they can have one little storm and fly around. It doesn't work that way. So bottom line is, it doesn't look like the best launch conditions ever down there. We'll keep watching, and of course NBC will have that tomorrow morning for you, 11:26 if we go. All right, so let's come back home.